So in this video I'm going to show you a free Chrome extension called Instant Data Scraper, which you can use to scrape product data from marketplace sites such as eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and Amazon. But also you could even scrape data from a supplier site if you needed to do that, meaning a retail website that you're using as a supplier, such as Walmart, Sam's Club if you're doing retail arbitrage. And I would imagine you could scrape pretty much any website that you can pull up in your browser. You should be able to scrape it with this Chrome extension. And I'm going to go ahead and jump in and show you how it works, starting with eBay, for instance. All you need to do is some kind of search. If you're doing, I'm just going to go ahead and do a brand. Let's say I was searching the Mainstays brand. It doesn't have to be a brand, it could be anything. Alright, any page you pull up with products on it, you just click this Chrome extension, and what it does is it's just going to pull all this data. Now basically what it's going to do is put that data into columns where you're going to have all your titles together, you're going to have your prices together, you're going to have your different data together. Okay, so let's see, just take a little bit of time just to grab all the data on the site and pull it into a table. And once it does that, so once it's finished scraping everything, you see it collected 48 rows, which is basically going to be 48 products. You can click CSV and download that to a CSV, and then open up that CSV file in Excel, and you can see here the first column are the links to the products, and if you look in column C, you see the titles, and then if you look in column E, you see prices. Column D, I think, is the condition. Right, so these are all different. Now you can see that these column headings don't make sense. That's because these are from the actual web page code itself. So this is something that, you know, is behind the web page. It has to do with the structure, how the web page is structured. And so basically the Chrome extension doesn't actually know, you know, which is column. It's not really identifying the column as title, price, or condition. It's just going to give you whatever comes up in the web page. Okay, so you have to look at it and you have to figure out which of these are the title, which of these are the price, and so on and so forth, right? Because it's just spitting out the data as it grabs it from the web page. Okay, so now you don't have to do this, but something you could do, just as an example, I have this product sourcer, auto sourcer, that I created, product title auto sourcer. And something you could do, for instance, I'm just going to take some of these titles. I mean, of course you could copy all of them if you want to. You could go all the way down, and I'll just copy them and paste them in here. And that might be some use that you might have for these titles, that you want to try to auto source them. And then of course you would go back to the CSV. You do want to have the links to the actual products, so you know, okay, I missed one at the bottom, so that you know where these products are in eBay. So of course you want the links. Alright, and then something you can do is you can try to auto source these, or you could source them manually. This auto sourcer is pretty good at finding matches for products, but it's not perfect. And the lack of perfection, actually, I did create this, but it doesn't really have to do with my program, and it actually has to do with Google Sheets. Some limitations that it has as far as automating the web searches. Sometimes the automated web searches don't pull up, they're blank. Alright, and so in some cases you'll get not found when you really shouldn't. Alright, because sometimes it's not able to do a lot of web searches and keep pulling up results constantly. You would need like some kind of direct API service for a search engine, which would not be cheap, by the way, and that's the only way you would be able to keep pulling it all the time. Okay, so basically some of these are going to come out not found, or occasionally they might not match, but for the most part you'll find that it matches pretty well. You can see here, this is the product on eBay, and here is the product on Walmart, and without even checking ahead of time, I was pretty sure these were going to match, because it usually matches. It usually finds good matches. You can start with this one here, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but just for those who haven't seen this before, just to show how it works. And here's the first product on my eBay list, and here's the matching Walmart product that was found by the sourcer, and you can see that these match. Alright, and you can see the price difference. Now, as far as the pricing and the profit calculations go, you can do that in another sheet. You could use like this eBay managed payments profit sheet I have, and you could punch in the numbers and see what the profit is. So that's something you can do to see if you're going to make profit on this, although it looks like you will. $41.99 versus $14.94. So it's just an example, okay, of how you can source products from these titles. So that's one useful. I demonstrated this just to show some use that will potentially come from scraping these data off of the marketplace website. Alright, now does it work for other sites? Yes, it also works for Facebook. Okay, it also works for Facebook. So if you're on Facebook Marketplace and you do a search like Mainstays Tables, and you were to come down here and you were to do, I like to use availability sold, because I feel like it gives me more of a chance of finding a sold product. Some of these are not really sold, they're just marked sold, but some of them are sold, and then you can scrape those as well. 25 products in this case, you can download it to a CSV, just like I did with the eBay products. It's the same process. And again, you have these titles, you have these links in the first column, which you can copy those links, and you can copy the titles. You could put them in the product sourcer, and you could try to source those and see if you get some matching sources. Alright, so that's something you can do. Now again, I really just like to point out the fact that this is not perfect. However, it is super inexpensive. It's not an add-on. You don't pay for this every month or anything like that. So, I mean, for considering that, it works very well. But again, due to Google Sheets limitations, you know, at different times of the day, you might get some different results as far as the number of results that you get. You might get more not found results at certain times and things like that. So that's just something to keep in mind, that it's not going to be perfect giving you every result. But as you can see, it's giving you a decent amount of results there. And they usually match. I'm going to go ahead and see what this gave me. Okay, that's not even a product. Okay. So, I mean, I could go ahead and I could source some of these Facebook products as well. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm just going to copy the titles here, right click, paste special values, and then I'm going to go back and get these links, right click, copy, and I'm going to do paste special values on the links, and basically try to see if I can auto source and see what I get. The success rate also depends on other factors like the title, how the title is constructed, things like that. This is the product on Facebook. This is what it came up with on Walmart. Visually looks like the same product. I would say it's the same product, but you can check it in more detail to make sure, but the picture is identical. I'm pretty sure it's the same. Okay, so just to basically, that's really just proof that this works. Alright, when you hit source product, it says loading, and then you see this formula, and then it pulls a result. Okay, this formula is actually calling, does not exist. You can look it up for yourself. This formula does not exist in Excel. I created the formula, right, from scratch. It's running a program behind it. And that is how it's able to do what it does. Okay, so you can see all of these came out, and you can check these to see. Again, you can check this product, you see that product, and then you can check Walmart and see if it matches. Right, these don't match, but you see the similarity. You can see why it might have made the mistake of this coming up, right, because of the white glass and all of that in the title. Alright, but when it's wrong, it's wrong. Okay, that's just wrong. Now, want to keep in mind, however, in it being wrong, that sourcing software also gives you wrong matches. Right, I've seen for myself lots of sourcing software, which is expensive. I'm not saying it gives you it gives you good matches also, but they do have some mismatches. And there's certain suppliers where I've seen them just have like a whole page of mismatches, right? So mismatch, it's not a perfect science with this auto matching of products. It's a lot more difficult than you might think to get a computer program to find these matches between the websites, right? It's a lot more difficult than you might think. So, so it's not perfect. Just want to point that out. Now, that's something that you can do. And the great thing about this program is that it also works with Amazon. All right, and so if you do Amazon, I mean, you can see this for yourself. I'll just do chairs or something random. You know, I'm not going to bother with the auto sourcing right now, but I'm just going to scrape it just to let you see that it will scrape and put the data into columns. You're going to see the titles, you know, the prices, everything in separate columns. You notice the red box, and then if you look at this, I'm going to maximize it. You should be able to see titles in here if you scroll. Okay, I might have to download to see it. But there should be titles in here somewhere. As I go over, oh, here they are, yeah. So here are the titles, right? The A size, this column, these are all the titles of the products. Or if I scroll over, I'm going to find some prices and things like that. You can download this to a CSV as well, so that you can get all the data in one place and to see it more clearly. Alright, so you have the names, you have some prices here as well. And then, I mean, if you're I have some Amazon tools on my Amazon channel where this could come in handy. For instance, I mean, there is this product sourcer, but I also have a tool where, oh, here it is, yeah, where I basically source products manually. And so this would help in getting the titles in here and getting the prices in, because then you can copy and paste those titles and prices right from here, right, instead of having to rely on some other way of getting the titles. You can directly copy and paste into this system, right? And this is my the FBA, the sourcing and profit sheet for Amazon. And you can go back and get the prices as well. It should be in here somewhere. These, I believe, are the ranks. Okay, that looks like the rank. So you see these are the prices. You can copy those. Go back here. I see, and I can paste special values. Those prices. Now, it's not going to give you the FBA fee because it's only going to give you what is already on the screen. All right, mostly things that are actually on the screen. So that's what you can expect. But if you look here, you're going to see the ASINs over here, which if you go down like that, you can copy those. You can bring those in as well. You can paste those in right here. Once you have those, then you're able to do this. Have automatic links, and then you can do your sourcing from here. Right? You can kind of source these products manually if you wish, right? Or whatever it is that you want to do with them. So basically that's the idea, right? That so basically the main point of the video, first of all, is to show you this Chrome extension and how you can scrape data from websites, but also showing you how you can use that data with in spreadsheets. That in this case, spreadsheets that I created personally, but you may have your own spreadsheets as well that you want, where you want to put in titles, prices, and ASINs and things like that in bulk off of the page, that you don't want to have to type it in one by one, and maybe you don't want to pay for the software to do it. Well, this is a 100% free Chrome extension that you can just install into your browser. And the only, if you want to call it a downside of this Chrome extension, is that because it can pretty much scrape any website, it does not have preset, can I say this? It doesn't have the preset columns for each site. So it doesn't know that this is the title. It doesn't know that this is the rank. Right? It doesn't know that these are the prices for Amazon. All it knows is that it found all this data and that it's the same kind of data, and so it puts all of them together. It comes from the same place, right? These come from the same place, so it just throws them in columns. But you have to recognize the columns as titles, as prices, as ranks. You have to have the ability to look at it and to recognize what each column is for yourself. And then you have to manually transfer all of that into here. So that is the, it's a little work, right? But it's way less work than going here to each one individually and typing them in if you wanted to do these in bulk, or to copy and paste in each price, right? Just way faster. And then if you're using my tool where I've got some automatic links, well, guess what? You can Google the product titles with one click. Okay, you can actually Google the product title from here. Whoops, from here with one click. So whatever title's over here, when you press this button, it's going to do a Google search for you automatically on that title. So you don't have to highlight the title, and then you're going to get to see some possible sources right away. So that's going to be helpful to you if you sell on Amazon. All right. So that's just, some practical applications of being able to scrape this data this way. Right. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show in this video, is just that you've got this instant data scraper Chrome extension. Definitely get it. Install it in your browser. Use it to get the data off. Yes, you can get this data. You can use Keepa, things like that if you're doing Amazon. The difference with this is that you're getting it right off of a page. Right? Keepa doesn't work off the page. Keepa goes in the background and gets the data based on parameters that you give it. This is going to just pull whatever's in front of you. Right? But it's not going to go any deeper. It's not going to give you deeper data. Right? So it's going to give you, it's what you see is what you get. Whatever's in front of you on the web page is the only thing it can really give you, which is a lot, because you have the stars, you have the ratings. If you look in here, you have all these other things that it's able to pull. All right, if you look at the eBay data, I know I focused a lot on Amazon there, but if you look at the eBay data, there's a lot of other things for eBay that are coming up. Some of it is indistinguishable, but some of it is like buy it now or best offer. The condition. There are other things that are coming up, free shipping. The number, that's the amount that's sold, or the number of watchers. It's a little mixed and matched, but there is some other data in here that you might, be able to find use of in general, and the fact that you have the prices and that you can copy and paste those into a profit sheet, things like that. Could be helpful. And then of course the Facebook as well, being able to get some ideas from Facebook, being able to source these as well, and get some ideas of sources for Facebook products of a certain brand, of a certain category. there are different ways you could apply this. So that's basically it for this video. If you are interested in any of the tools that you saw, my spreadsheet tools that you saw in this video, I should have some links, or I might have a master link, which is to a sheet that has like everything on it that I have, pretty much most of the tools that I have, which are attached to different videos and different channels. And of course the instant data scraper, I'll see if I can get a link for that. And then just see what interests you. Definitely subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed, to see what else might come out. And if I have some kind of email subscription option on the video, hopefully take advantage of that, because there are certain things that I might just email out to my subscribers, hey, check this out. Or definitely as I create new things, I'm going to email all my email subscribers, and then you'll be on that list to get notified. So that's something to take advantage of as well. And if I have any other contact information on there, you can use that as well. And I'm Mr. Mark. This is Excel for Sellers, and I'll see you around on the channel or otherwise.